You all an update on the situation with the 14-liter Detroit Series 60 D-Deck 5 is what it is. And it's that because it has the EGR on it. It has the EGR valve on it, and it's a 14-liter. It's the last one before they started making the 15-liter, which is a totally different engine uh, from what this one is. Starters in different places, just a whole different animal. So what's going on is that put about 2,300 miles on it last week. It was the first trip with it. I stopped over there in Zion, Illinois, and had the cooling system flushed out on it. They flushed out the cooling system and filled it all back up with Dix Cool and Long Life Dix Cool. The oil level was okay on it. I used about a gallon, about a gallon and a half of oil over the first 700 miles, and then after that, the it was fine. Didn't use any more oil. Still haven't used any more oil now, and I've got 2,400 miles on it now. As you can see by the backdrop, where I'm sitting here in the building, I'm at Dow in Freeport, Texas, which is actually about an hour south of where I work at, where I'm loaded at, and the truck is over here. The truck is over there in the bay over there. Can't really see it, but it's right there in the bay. You can kind of get a glimpse of it right there in the bay. It's in the bay there. It's old blue right there. So I had a one issue, and the issue was the coolant level. So when when you break in one of them and everything, you expect that a little coolant gonna leak out and stuff like that. But it wasn't a leak because it wasn't leaking it out. It was blowing it out of the surge tank. It gets to a certain pressure, so I'm gonna have to replace. I replaced one of the radiator caps on it, looked like it was bad, and then I put another radiator cap on it. So I'm gonna buy another cap and see what that does with it and everything. But besides that, the truck's running fine. I had to replace the alternator on it last Saturday morning in Little Rock, Arkansas. I didn't show you all that because it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, and it was trying to rain, so I wanted to go down and get the alternator off, get the new pulley put on, put the other alternator on, and get going because I was kind of at a time crunching, and it was quite frustrating. You know that when you do bills and stuff like that, that things are gonna go out, and I'd already replaced the batteries and all that, so the alternator was you know, went out, or it was going out because when I started driving the truck, the light in the dash would come on, indicating that the alternator wasn't charging. And so I was able to make it all the way up to the Wisconsin, Illinois line, get the load off, make it all the way back to Little Rock, which is about 447 miles from Houston. I didn't want a chance driving the truck home with the light coming on and off. So I just bought an alternator. The one that was on it, they were asking $700, which was a 35 SI, which is an old school alternator, old dinosaur alternator. And it worked good for the last 4 or 5 years, but I went on and upgraded to a 24 SI, which is a brushless alternator, which is a smaller alternator, and it's 160 amp. So it keeps it around 14 and a half volts all the time, but just all in all good. I got a chance to paint the engine and everything the other day, and I'll show you all that later when I come to a stop and everything, get the fuel and all that. But just want to give y'all a touch up that PAI industrial kit that I bought, industries kit that I bought out of California. That is a great kit. I mean, a really good kit. I can't give those guys, Manuel and all those guys, German, the greatest shout out GHL Automotive. Or if you're looking for anything diesel, check them out. GHL Automotive. You can catch them on eBay, man. They sell a lot of premium parts. I mean, if you want to go mile a while, they got it. And those are good guys. Talk to German Martinez, and let him know that you're interested in parts, whatever, man. He'll give you a super deal on some great parts, and you better get it done. So, from me to you all, like I always say, the best thing you could do is buy the best parts. And When you buy the best parts, you get the best technicians or mechanic, whatever, to put them on, and you right there. If you're gonna do it yourself, do it the same way. Don't skimp on it, and you will be presently pleased. You will be happy at your outcome. So like I said, it's okay. Just always do a plan and be ready for what's ever gonna happen and what's ever gonna go on. If you haven't done so, subscribe, like, share, comment. I will be getting back in the mode of getting these videos out because it has been a rather daunting task because I've had so many things going with the other truck. I got to drive on the other truck finally. And so just trying to get that moved along and see what unloading equipment I'm going to put on it so it can stay going and just those kind of things. But as always, if someone else done it, I'm showing you how to do it at a cheaper price. And sometimes we can't go at a lower price. Sometimes we got to go on and hit it for what it is. But for the most part, we're going to look for the newest part at the best price.